Welcome to Guys Talk Knives, episode number 145. We are on tape.
We are.
We are not live. We are going to fool you today. We are not live.
That means we can cut out all the bad stuff and the mistakes.
There's
we make,
never
right?
any bad stuff on this show. We got TC with us. I'm Andy. Of course, we're brought to you by Smoky Mountain Knife Works, SMKW.com. Guys, we're going back to the old format for a little bit, just testing things out. What we're going to do is drop a recorded version on Thursdays and do the lives on Tuesdays. So that's how it's going to go. The cool thing is, right now, if you look over, somebody is talking in the chat for us. It could be Melina, it could be me, but we will live chat these premiere episodes of Guys Talk Knives. This is episode 145. It's appearing on a Thursday. What else you been into this week?
Just working. Just working.
Just working?
Yeah.
No finger damage, anything?
I might have a little bit.
What'd you do?
I'm not going to be a hand model for a little while.
We have to do it. We have to do it every time.
I sliced my finger open pretty good at work.
What knife got you? If you tell me a samurai sword, I'm just going to celebrate.
No, it's a dagger.
What kind of dagger? Was it a fantasy dagger?
Yeah, it's a fantasy dagger. Yeah.
Was the fantasy as good as the reality?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. In front of about 600 people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the whole world got to see me be an idiot.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's no good.
Yeah, no.
It happens to the best of us,
does.
man. The scars that I have on my hands, like I told you before we started the show today, the very first week I was here, I dropped a serrated knife, tried to catch it. Don't catch a falling knife, just can let you know that. Like a steak knife, just in the palm of my hand, and then I had to live that down for the next couple years.
Right.
So it is what it is. We got 5 great items to get through for you today, including something brand new from Roughrider, a Microtech for sure, a brand new brand we haven't showed anybody yet.
I'm really excited about that.
Very fun right there. And then another brand that we don't do a lot on the show, but we're going to have a couple knives in the lineup this week. We had one on Tuesday, and we're going to put another one here on Thursday. Let's go ahead and jump into this right away. The first knife, guys, this one's funny, and I told you this before the show as well. I didn't remember designing this one. Okay, so sometimes we design more than a year out.
Right.
Right, so you design, it goes off to the factory, it happens. This is the brand new Roughrider Carved Bone America Trapper right here. It has 3D laser engraved handles that are then color filled. It's just a great little knife, a collectible from Roughrider that comes in the great collectible box like it always does. Let's take a look at it and I'll show it to you up close. If I can find the, look at that. I had to slide it in. So on this knife, you're talking about, again, 440A stainless steel blades. These have reverse frost etches. Kind of nice. You got America E pluribus unum there, and in case you don't know what E pluribus unum means on that side, it tells you on the other blade, out of many, one.
Right.
Half stops, match strike pulls in this knife. We'll hit all the side things first. Brass pins and liners on this. Nickel silver slant R bolsters like you'll find on all those great Roughriders. And then the real killer here is the smooth white bone handles that have been laser engraved. You got the eagle, the flag, all that fun stuff. And then the back is plain. So if you wanted to have this laser etched in our store or anyplace else,
absolutely,
you could personalize this for somebody.
In our custom shop, yeah.
Yeah, and so then this one also has a very, very nice it's just a nice knife with a collectible box as well that has the America theme on it too. You're talking about $17 from Roughrider right here. So
just a beautiful knife.
It is.
I mean, any collector out there, any patriot, it's going to be a great gift too for if you've got
Christmas
someone,
is coming,
a veteran or someone in the military or any patriotic person. It's going to be a great gift for anybody in the family. And just a beautiful knife, like you said. I love that reverse. Frosted edge there. That is just beautiful.
You know, that's something that used to happen back in the day. That was the mark of a very high-end pocket knife, was a reverse frosted edge. And because you're having to do so much more to get it to happen. So what you have here is the mirror polish shows through with the rest is fogged out. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Very different. We've done quite a few of those with the Roughrider line. And again, that one is only $17 at smkw.com. Cool. Let's jump into the next one.
All right.
Flick that one around with your messed up finger there.
With
your damage. Hogue makes an awesome knife. What do you think of that blade shape?
I think that's really cool. That especially, so I kind of have a thing for that combi grind look. It's got a really, really cool like post-apocalyptic look, like this is something you'd see on The Walking Dead or something.
He's holding in his hand the X5. That is the X5 Wharncliffe from Hogue. It is a full-size push-button lock EDC, and I swear that's a fighting snapper turtle head right there.
Yes,
it just really looks like
absolutely.
it. But they call that a Wharncliffe from Hogue. Great steel, made in the USA, Alan Aleshowitz design. It's just a fantastic little knife. In fact, if you want to hold it down into the shot, I'll tell them exactly what's there so they can see. This is always fun when he has to go from his side to do it because it's completely backwards for him. It features a 4-inch 154 cm stainless steel Wharncliffe blade. Nice combi grind on that. Nice stonewash finish on it as well. 0.15 inches thick on the blade right there. It is a manual flipper. It is also a push button lock. So you push the button, it closes. So think of like an automatic where you would push the button. It's not. It's just a push button lock that closes it down. The flipper is fantastic. The action is excellent as always. Olive drab anodized 6061 T6 aluminum handles with the ambidextrous tip-up pocket clip. I love it on this knife that you get the filler plate as well that happens right there. Closed down, it is 4.6 inches closed. That is going to be a full-size knife even closed in your pocket. Look at that, guys. Totally, it is a big knife. You cannot deal with that just as a medium size. That is a full size EDC right there. Opened up to 9.3 inches, and then it weighs in at a full 5.8 ounces.
Yeah.
This is a strong, hefty knife.
I love it. And actually, the ergonomics on that handle, that aluminum handle, are phenomenal. I love the way that feels in the hand. It fits with your finger going across right there.
Look up Alan Aleshowitz. He does almost all of the designs for Hogue. His designs are just amazing, and the attention to detail that he puts in every single knife, so you can feel the ergos in that.
Yeah.
We have 2 different size hands, and it still feels great to me. But I just can't get over the blade shape.
And something that kind of reminds me of is like the old school like concept car designers. The lines flow perfectly. Everything fits together very well.
Yeah, you're talking about a knife that is $168.99 at smkw.com. Olive drab is not the only color. I do believe that there is black and tan as well. So I'll try to leave you a link so that you can find all of those that are in the site, in the caption of this video. And as always, we try to leave you a caption link so that you can get to everything that was on the show. But again, that's the Hogue X5. This is the olive drab version, $168.99 at smkw.com. Pretty. Fighting turtle head. Next knife up. Do it.
The Microtech.
It is. It's a hawk. That is a Microtech hawk. I just get tongue-tied because the shape of that blade is just stinking gorgeous.
It's wicked.
It's a hawkbill blade. It's got the drilled out holes in it. It even has the harpoon style up at the top. Oh, so you get the nice little ridge. Apocalyptic stonewash finish on that blade. Push button out the side auto, so it locks and opens automatically. It locks by unlocking the button and then opens automatically by pushing the button. Super snappy.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a look at this one up close and personal and I'll tell you all about it. So you're talking about a 3.95-inch CTS 204P hawkbill blade, a very nice hawkbill blade. Apocalyptic stonewash finish, you can only get that from Microtech. It has a 0.15-inch thickness to it, so super thick, over 1/8 of an inch thick. It's a push button automatic out the side, so super snappy on that. You push the button to get it closed and unlocked as well. Handles on this thing are 6061 T6 aluminum. It has some nice grip texture in there too.
Yeah.
If you can show that into the, I mean, that's just really, really nice right there. This portion is super grippy, and then you have the smooth aluminum on the outside of that. Closes down to 5.8 inches. And once we close that down, you do see that it has the tip-up pocket clip that is removable but not reversible. It does have the lanyard hole, and it does have a glass breaker on the end. Opened up, pops right open at 8.75 inches overall and weighs in at 4.96 ounces. What do you think of this one?
I love it. I mean, it's just like next level cool.
I like anything that snaps that hard.
Oh, absolutely.
If it almost flies out of your hand, that's the snap that I like on it. You're talking about a $379 knife from Microtech, made in the USA. And I think they do that stonewash finish that looks vintage better than anybody out there.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And it's almost like those those milled out sections have like grip tape in them, like so they've milled it out, and then that stuff is just incredibly grippy, incredibly strong, and like you said, when it flips open, it's almost like you've got to hang on to it to keep it from flying out.
Actually, I don't know if you, I don't know if that's a spring or not. Look here on 2. Oh, wrong way, wrong way.
Wrong way.
Look at that design feature right there. I don't know what, that's just another piece. I don't know if that's part of the spring or not. It kind of looks like it. We'll have to ask Microtech and find out, because that's kind of cool. I kind of dig it.
Yeah.
$379 from Microtech right there. That is the Microtech Hawk Apocalyptic Stonewash Finish. I'm going to cough my guts out right here before we go to the next segment.
No, not
Pick
the
that
Rona.
one up. It's the Tuya knife.
Not the Rona.
Not the one-ya knife, but the Tuya knife. T-U-Y-A. It's a brand new brand we're carrying. Do what?
We were almost there.
What? I don't know what you're... He's talking funny at me now.
Mitch Hedberg.
Oh, my goodness. Well, your joke was on target, but it missed. That was also a Mitch Hedberg joke, not a slam. Sorry. I went to Target, but I missed. Tuya Knife is a brand new brand that we carry. You need to think about this brand in the same way that you think about CJRB, about the budget end of Kaiser, just beyond EDC. That's another one that sits over in that counter. This is just another one of those imported budget-friendly brands. This is a knife called the Bruiser, and I kind of dig this one. It's got red micarta handles. You don't see that a lot, and not like a fire engine red either.
And also the texture on those is not super smooth. It's great. It's grippy. I love it.
That's true, and that happens a lot. You see a lot of people try to do micarta, especially when you have to do a micarta in a traditional. It ends up being high polished and super smooth and not grippy. You see this kind of grip more in a bushcraft knife.
Yeah.
But I really like this in this knife, and you can't beat that at $49.
No, not at all.
Ceramic ball bearings in this thing, D-tool blade on it. In fact, let me just hang on to it, and I'll show it to everybody that's down there and tell them about it. Oh, one day I'll get to move the right direction at the very beginning of the... Isaac's just, he laughs at me every time. You can just see him bouncing over there. It's kind of fun. The Tuya knife, Bruiser, features a 3.75-inch D2 drop point blade. It is 0.14 inches thick. It is a manual flipper. Really great action because it has a caged ceramic ball bearing system on it. It is a liner lock with stainless steel liners right there that you can see. Red micarta handles. I believe that is canvas, not burlap. It's kind of nice. Very, very pretty right there. You can see from the back the integrated spacer on the back. Lanyard hole, tip-up pocket clip, removable but not reversible. Closes down to 4.65 inches. That's the back of the knife. There is the front of the knife. And then this thing is 8.75 inches overall with an action just like that.
Super smooth.
Gonna weigh in at about 4.9 ounces. I like this knife a lot. Look at the nice little thumb ridge right here that you can get down on this knife with. It feels good in hand, like you said. That is not super, super smooth. It's kind of grippy. Works really, really well though. You get up here and you're like, ding!
I mean, it's just,
$49 for D2 and ceramic ball bearings.
You can't beat that. You really can't. And that, I mean, that's going to last. And I mean, it's just fantastic.
So it's one of the things that I say all the time, and I know I get repetitive on you guys, and I'm sorry about that. But this is the knife when you're playing with your Spyderco, or you're playing with your Concept, or you're playing with your Re8, and your buddy at work keeps wanting to hold your knife. Go invest the $49 and get him a Tuya knife. Go invest the $35.95 and get him a Beyond EDC. Then he's got his own play toy.
Exactly.
And it's a good knife, but it's not playing with your Re8 at that point.
Right. Well, and I mean, it's going to be affordable. It's going to be something you're not going to be afraid to use.
Yes.
And it's also going to give you those qualities that you're looking for in a higher end knife. Like you said, the ceramic ball bearings, the D2 tool steel, the micarta handles, but it's not going to break the bank, and you're not going to be afraid to use it.
Truth. $49. Tuya knife, Bruiser, right there in red micarta. We got one more knife to get through. I dig this one because I really like the rays that are on the G10 handles in the blades. See these like rays of sunshine? That's cool. You're looking at the Black Fox Metropolis. This is a pretty, pretty little knife. We had it listed as a drop point. That is not a drop point.
No.
That's
a clip.
close to a reverse tanto, but it's a clip.
Yeah.
It is, it's what people are calling that modern Wharncliffe look.
Yeah.
Fox knives, if you guys don't know, are made in Italy. It's a nice little brand. This one in TC's hand right now is the Black Fox Metropolis. It's a slim, medium to full-size EDC. You're talking about rounded out at over 8 inches long. So yeah, that'd be a full-size EDC for sure.
Yeah.
And not to steal its thunder at all, but that's a $75 knife.
Yeah.
Right there. Let's look at it close, and I'll tell you all about the actual specs of this knife. Good Lord, I'm going to find that spot one way or the other. I just need to remember that the table goes like that and be able to do it. Features a 3.54 inch. I'm selling myself on it. I'm just trying to hype myself up, TC, to get there. 440C drop point blade with a tie-nye coating. 440C is going to sharpen up easily. It's going to resist a lot of rust. Put that tie-nye coating on it. Man, nothing's getting in there.
No.
Take care a little bit of this braid, sharpen it up, it's going to be just fine. 0.14 inches thick, nice top swedge on this knife, you can see right there. This knife, I would call that a clip point or a reverse tanto. It's kind of that shape. It's kind of like a meld in between all different ones right there. It is a manual flipper. It is a liner lock. I love that your steel liners are embedded into these G10 handles. You can see them up in there, kind of nice. Then the rays that are on this actual G10 handle are fantastic. Lanyard hole on this side, tip up pocket clip on that side, which is removable but not reversible. Closing down to 4.73 inches closed. That's the back. That is the front right there. And then when you open this thing up, the action is solid, 8.27 inches overall on this particular Black Fox Metropolis. 2.47 ounces. Nice and light.
Yeah.
Faux show, faux show.
Especially for that size. And the rays.
Seriously.
The rays absolutely remind me of Karate Kid. Like
Reminds
Mr.
me of those
Miyagi.
Karate Kid. Nice. I'm sorry, we Cobra Kai can't deal with that today. If you have not watched that, watch Cobra Kai on Netflix.
So
it's
good.
fun, especially
So
if you
good.
remember the original movies.
Yeah.
Because, gosh, man, that was fantastic. That is the Black Fox Metropolis 7496 at smkw.com. That's all I got, man. That's our 5 knives for our tape version. It's a good time to remind everybody, we're brought to you by Smoky Mountain Knife Works, smkw.com, the world's largest knife store. If you haven't come to see us in person, do it. Why, TC, should they come to see us in person?
Because we've got the world's largest knife store.
108,000 square feet of showroom space.
You could spend several days in here and still not see everything.
And
that
I
we
know
have to
people
offer.
who do it, right? So
Yeah.
they come in one day, they're like, oh, I'm just going to go stop in. And then 2 hours later, they're like, oh, we got to go eat. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, no, I'm coming back tomorrow.
Exactly.
You got everything from outdoor gear to every kind of knife and sword you can possibly think of, all over the place. You've now got apparel. We're building the new upstairs kind of thing.
Yep.
Construction going on in the store on that kind of stuff. Cool stuff, kitchen stuff downstairs. Everything's out there. Ammunition.
Oh, yeah.
Ammo is here, and then you got the gun shop that's right in the store, which is Smoky Mountain Guns and Ammo, our sister store.
Yep.
Kind of fantastic.
And the ammunition is why you should come in more than one day because, I mean, we're getting new stuff in and it's hard to keep it in stock. So as soon as we get it in, it's going right off the shelves and right out the door.
Yep.
So you got to come back day after day to make sure that we've got something in stock.
Absolutely. Come as much as you can. I-40 exit 407 in Sevierville, about 3 miles off the exit. Look for the big blue roof on your right. You cannot miss the store. Now, website is open 24/7, all the time. Facebook Army group, cranking away at over 5,000 members. Join that if you haven't already. It's all like-minded people. We don't do politics. We don't do religion. What do? Sharp and pointy things, knives.
Exactly.
Everybody who loves them, you can share your own pictures, your stuff. It's kind of awesome. Join that. Follow us there on Facebook with all your friends. Follow us on Instagram. I'll put links to all the new video stuff that you guys are putting out all the time on YouTube. I'll put those up as swipe up your story links on our Instagram account. And do subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Absolutely.
We're putting out new stuff all the time. You're talking about, what, 10 pieces of content a week?
Yeah, at least. And
At least.
we've got some really, really cool new things coming out soon. So.
Awesome. Guys, this has been a whole nother episode of this show. Isaac's been running the board, recording this. You know, there are people live chatting with you who are in real life with you right now. This is TC Barnett. He's the new addition to the team and fitting in great. I'm Andy. This is Guys Talk Knives. We'll catch you on Tuesday.